How's it, guys? Welcome. So today I want to share a look at my new pen that I received from cultpens.com all the way back on November the 6th, 2020. This is the Kaweco Liliput copper, and I got an extra broad nib, and I have a Kaweco Liliput pocket clip in bronze on it. It did not come with that. It slips right off, as you can see, and I like to keep it right here beneath the logo that says Kaweco Liliput, Germany. I like this pen. It's very dainty. It unscrews like that. And then it unscrews like that to reveal this section. Now, it did not come with a converter. This is a cartridge-only pen. However, I did fill it up because I like to experiment, and I wanted to be clear that you can still fill it up with a mini Kaweco converter. Okay, you see, I will show you a close-up, that I do not have this converter expelled all the way out. This part, the plunger, but only partially. If you leave it like that, as you can see, it goes right in and it closes just fine. And you can write with it because I had the Nagasawa, I filled it up with the Nagasawa yellow, Taisanji yellow, beautiful color. And now I want to try a different color, but I'm going to do something a little bit different. But I just wanted to show you that because I prefer using the converters. I just do. Yes, you can fill these up. They have screw tops available sometimes on Etsy. They sell out very quickly. So if you want to be prepared, you can have a screw top for your actual cartridge if you want to change inks. I like the flexibility of this better. I mean, I suppose if you have a screw top, which I do not have one, and then it would be much easier, but yeah. But today, since I already showed you, and you can't have the pen like this with the converter, okay? Because it's not big enough. It's not big enough to close like that, as you can see. But, again, I want to reiterate that. You can have it about here. So if you want to change ink colors quickly, you know, using a converter, you can. And it'll close just fine and dandy. You see how much it's out? It will close. And it will write. Okay, but for today's video, we're going to fill it up with this cartridge. As you can see, this cartridge I'll compare the two sizes. Okay, so you can push that down to match it equally, but you can see right here in that little portion, it's not much. It's about, I would say, a millimeter or so, millimeter and a half, space wise for ink. I don't know how many mLs. It's not much, but like I said, if you want to change quickly, then that's fine. But you can also use this. And these this came with a cartridge, which I just stow away in these little baggies. And then I have a little case here, and I just micro-organize them all together. So I have all different ones. I have a Binu one, a Sailor one, platinum carbon one, and I have just a whole slew of different cartridges, okay? And I just keep them all in here. And then some of them I will go ahead and label them, so like that, like this Binu one, and like this fits the Kaweco Perkio Indian and the Indian Summer Kaweco Perkio. Okay, and then I should add Liliput to that, which I will do. So I will leave this out after the video and tend to that little chore. And then over here, I just have another plastic case that a Moonman pen came in. These are larger than the TWSBI ones. They're wider this way. So you can fit more in there. So I have several different converters. I have another mini Sailor. This one is much longer because I was going to test that out as well, but it's much longer, as you can see, than the TWSBI Mini, or excuse me, the I have a lot of TWSBIs, the Kaweco Mini. So that one's not going to fit in there, and then the rest are just standard. And these are my TWSBI, I mean, these are my Kaweco Mini converters, and then platinum Con 70 in the clear with the silver, the Lamy Con 40 converters, international converters. This one is a Z28, and then I have a Sailor Gold converter. So I like to try out with different pens, different converters, just to see if it can fit. You can see that in several of my older videos, because why not, you know? Then you have more than one option. Let's say with this Lamy, if you have all your Lamys filled up, you can use this in a different one, which I have. So experimenting in that way and just going in blind and just trying things out for yourself is something I tend to do quite a bit of. For some odd reason, I labeled that TWSBI instead of Kaweco, so I'm going to also fix that label, and that'll be another chore for when I'm done. But I like to do that just so I can see it and I have it ready to go. So to fill this converter, I'm going to get some things out of my stash. Just so you can see for reference for yourself. In case you would like to do that. Do it the way I do it. It's kind of fun to learn to see what other people do, because there's always a different way you can do things. So I just have a TB syringe. This is a 1 ml syringe here. And then I have tapered tips. I have two different sizes. These tapered tips are 25 gauge by 0.011 inches. And these I got off Amazon, as well as these. And these ones are 20 gauge by 0.024. Okay? These are lure lock. So depending on what syringe you're using, Okay. And then I just stow them in there to keep them handy. So this is my general setup. As you can see, you just have a regular TB syringe or 3 ml, 1 ml, whatever it is that you have on hand. And then this is not a tapered tip, or a lower lock rather. So this fits perfectly just like that, okay? And these are inexpensive. How many do you get? This case came broken, but you get 20 pieces each. And these are handy off of Amazon, or you can go to a DME company, durable medical equipment company, but I would just go with Amazon. Because you get, if you have Prime, you get free shipping, and so, okay. And then, as you can see, this can fit right inside. So that way you don't have to worry about using an actual needle and poking yourself, because this is plastic. Okay. It's just plastic. It's not gonna pierce your skin. So obviously, you know, this is for IV therapy and things of that nature. But generally speaking, most of the fountain pen community uses a needle. I prefer the needleless, which is why I use these, okay? It's the same concept. It's just nicer to have, in my humble opinion. Okay? Because some people, you know, they might not be as steady with their hands, right? So, that's my philosophy. Now, I picked a different color to share with you. Let's go back up just a wee bit. And we have this lovely beauty. This is P.W. Akkerman Dutch Masters Limited Color Collection. I love this. This is a gorgeous, gorgeous color. This is number 10. And this is the Sap Green. Van Huysum's Sap Growin. So, Sap Green. Very pretty. If you like green the way I do, you might like this. Okay, so we're going to fill this up with this beautiful color. And this is one of my favorite bottles. Just the neck of it, the way it's laid out. It has a marble inside. It's so beautiful. Very well made. And then, as you can see, it has a little rubber stopper on the top. And it keeps it really sealed nicely. So it fits like that, in case you've never seen this before. This is one of my favorite brands, the fountain pen ink. I did go ahead and get the entire collection of the Dutch Masters, as well as all of the ink that they have. And I am trickling in slowly the swatches that I did, in case you would like to see them. So, here we go. So I've drawn up almost 0.4 ml. And I sure hope you can see this, in case you've never done this before. It's really simple, but just stick it in like that, and slowly let the ink go in. You don't want air bubbles. Oh, this one has a hole in it. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm back. So I went into my drawer, and luckily I have everything in one drawer and I have everything organized. So I'm just gonna pull out a new syringe. This one just happens to be a 3 ml. Is this the one? No, I want this one. Yeah, the 6 ml. And then I will pull out, because this is the part that you want to fit the needle, if you're using a needle, or the tapered tip. Okay? And this one, as you can see, is bigger. I hope you can see that. It's bigger, and this one is bigger. The circumference is bigger. So, and then I'll just pull out another tapered tip. And then just put it on the syringe. So as you can see, it's all ready. I'll wash this out and put it back. So this doesn't have a bottom on it, so you can't use that, obviously. I didn't look. What are you gonna do? And then I'm gonna pull this out. This is another case, and I just have a bunch of things in there for my drawing. I like to use these Palomino Blackwing pencils, sometimes for drawing, and when my lead is really sharp and pointy, I like to put this over it. So that's all these are. I'll just show you in case you are interested. These are from Jet Pens. This is just a plastic version of that. So I have it all in my drawer. But this is what I was after. So I know the syringe and this tapered tip is dry, but I just like to do it like that. Okay. So what I'm going to do is, I have a lot. I'm going to set this to the side because we're going to use that in a minute. And then I'm going to get another bottle. I don't need the lid. Well, actually, yeah. I'll just use the other lid. Okay. So I'm going to puncture that, basically. There you go. Now it's open, hopefully. Hopefully it'll come out. I've never tried this before. It's tight because there's no air in there, but you can do it. Because it's full of ink. Okay. So I'm just trying to get all the ink out. Wow, is that all that comes in one of those? 1 ml? That's what it looks like. Okay. So I'm just going to put it in this vial because I don't want to waste it, and I'll use it maybe some other time. And you can mix inks too if you feel so inclined. Okay. So now I'm just going to clean this syringe. Because basically I want to clean this. I'm not doing this over the sink, as you can see. So trying not to be too messy. And just clean it out. There we go. Now we're cooking with fire. And this is the beauty of experimenting by yourself. You know what I mean? But since I don't have an empty cartridge, that's what I did, so I can reach my end goal, which is to fill it up with this gorgeous sap green. So you can see it's looking good, nice and clear. Okay, now I'm going to try to express the rest of this out, this water out. And we're halfway there. I hope you find this interesting anyway. I think it's fun to experiment and to try different things, because everything has been done already, right? Almost. In all facets of life, a lot of things have already been done, so I haven't seen anybody do this, but I'm sure people do it. Authenticity. I mean, there's nothing wrong with copying other people, I guess, but I just do my thing. Okay, we're looking, I think, almost, I saw a little drop there. Oh, it's being pesky. It's just a teeny weeny little drop. I think I got it, yeah. I hope you can see that. Okay. Let me just wipe the space off a tiny bit. So I have a lot of cleanup to do today. And that's fine. We're having fun. Now, I'm gonna go, I guess I could have just left it in there, but now it looked like this could take 1 ml. I wanna get all the air out. So we are at 0.3 ml. I didn't want to put any air into that whatsoever, but I do want more ink than 0.3 ml, so. Okay, we'll go up to 0.7 ml now, and that ought to do it, give or take a wee bit of a margin, which is fine. Good thing my desk is green, right? Because I have tiny ink droplets all over. And it's slowly filling up nicely. And that's it. There's a little space there, but I don't want to chance it and have it leak. So, just do it like that. I put it back in here. I try to keep my ink very clean, just in case I didn't put that syringe into water as I did this, specifically because I don't want mold in my ink. And then here you have it. Okay, moment of truth, guys. Let me try to get some more of this ink up. You probably can't see it, but I can. So, well, since I need this dried very quickly, I'm just going to use my heat it tool here and just give it a quick dry. This doesn't warp my desk, this dryer, but it will warp your planners. But I don't want to put my wood or my leather on top of a wet surface, if you know what I mean. So, there's that little nugget. Have to be creative sometimes. Okay, let's just have a go at it, shall we? Before I even hook it back up. Yeah, that's better. Oh, there's the Tassanji yellow. And there is the beautiful sap green. So we're in business. So now I can just attach that to the pen. Patience. Exploring. Learning on your own. Let's try a different writing style. Let's even post it. Incidentally, I didn't mention there are treads here, and there were treads inside the cap, so 1, 2. Well, that's not a proper. Let's go all the way around. 1, 2. So 2. Oh yeah, that for me, that is heavy. That's back heavy. This extra broad nib has a very pronounced little ball there on the tip of it. You know, I would really like to get this into my favorite italic nib. I started off with italic because I'm just going to go over this quickly. My parents gave me a fountain pen when I was about 7, between age 7 and age 10. My very first fountain pen. And here it is. And this has an italic nib on it. This is what I started with. This is my favorite nib. So this one is a medium italic. I don't know if you can see this. This is a Schaefer. I got a red one. My sister got an orange one. I don't know if she still has hers, but this pen is very, very sentimental to me because I don't have my parents anymore. So I keep this in my pen section of some of my favorite pens. I'll show you. Because it's very precious to me. This is a little drawer from my Humidor. I got this quite some time ago. Off of Amazon. I will link it if you're interested. But anyway, so my favorite nib is italic, cursive italic. And I don't know if I would want every single pen to be cursive italic broad. I can't say the size of the nib is my favorite compared to a cursive italic extra fine or something, or a fine. But definitely cursive italic, because I like to use my pens for different functions. So, but I wouldn't mind having a lot of them cursive italic, regardless of if it's extra broad or extra fine or what have you. But this is a very, very saturated writing experience. I love it. This is a wet ink, and being that this is an extra broad nib, it's very, really nice. Feedback's okay, just ever so slightly noticeable on this Rhodia pad. Ever so slightly toothy. Okay. It's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful color. You know, and the trees are still green, so I like having this color available to me. And then as the weather progresses, you can put more of the browns in your fountain pen if you want to draw or what have you. Branches and leaves. You know. That this is a nice pen for drawing or for just writing. So I like the color. I wonder if you guys like this color. You can fill up your pen any old way you want. So, alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to speed this part forward, and then I am just going to log them in my log books, and then I'll catch you guys at the end, and I hope you enjoy. Okay, folks, so I am back. and let's look at the samples in my logs. This is my Superior Labor Co. Case, and I keep my Blotter 1917 in here for quite some time now, and I don't get sick of it. Alright, and I wrote really verbose in here. The feedback is slightly toothy, a little bit more toothy than compared to the Rhodia pad that I initially started on. A very smooth write still nonetheless. It's a gorgeous color. I really like this color a lot. So in case you wanted an up-close view of it, I hope you're enjoying this video. Now in my Kaweco Shop Enigma. This writing experience was a little bit more smooth as compared to on the Blotter 1917 paper. And then in my Hobonichi notebook, very smooth, no toothiness at all, so really hardly any feedback. So if you like that compared to a toothy write and you use Hobonichi a lot for drawing or your planner or what have you, this is a nice pen and ink to use in it. It's a really lovely color. Okay, and then I did do a swatch on it. I swatched all of my Akkerman ink. I am slowly trickling them in, releasing them. This is the one, the Nagasawa Pen Style Kobe number 21 Taisanji Yellow that I initially filled that pen up with. It's a gorgeous color. So 0.3 ml in that, because the plunger, like I said, doesn't express itself as, so you can't fit much if you use a converter in this particular pen because it's made for cartridges only. I want to reiterate that. Here it is, right here. That one. Wait a minute, that's not it. It says green, I thought it was it. Nope. Here it is. Because there are other greens in the line. There's the sap green though. Beautiful. Look how lovely that is. I really like that. So there are lots of other greens in this collection, and I will be releasing those soon. But you got a little sneak peek of it right there. And then again on the Rhodia pad, it performed nicely, just slightly toothy for feedback. And also, in case some people like to know this, if there is bleed through or ghosting, so this color is very light, so there is just slight ghosting on the Blotter paper. And we will do the other two types of paper quickly. Here's the Kaweco Shop. slight ghosting, no bleed through on either papers so far. And then here is the Omooi River paper. Slight ghosting, again, no bleed through. Okay. Here's the lovely ink and pen together. With a cartridge. Let's go like that because of the shadow. There you go. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you learned something, and it was useful and fun. And I hope you guys are enjoying your Sunday. Bye.